This essay assignment will be another response essay. Here's the reading that introduces the technology essays from which you will choose to respond. Are we in a race against the machine? Are we in a race against the machine? Many people seem to think so and are frightened by the prospect. Researchers at Chapman University in California recently conducted a survey of American fears, asking around 1,500 adults what scares them most. Somewhat surprisingly, technology came in second place, right behind natural disasters. As Adrienne LaFranc writes in a piece for The Atlantic, quote, "In the early days of the telephone, people wondered if the machines might be used to communicate with the dead. Today, it's the smartphone that has people jittery." Unquote. No doubt smartphones connect us to friends, family, and colleagues, but they can also be a source of anxiety and unease as they bring us continuous streams of news, stories, social media posts, and text messages. Smartphones aside, others continue to worry about technology in all its forms and how it can negatively impact our brains and bodies. Susan Greenfield, a neuroscientist, argues that our, quote, attention spans are shorter. Personal communication skills are reduced, and there's a marked reduction in the ability to think abstractly, end of quote. Scientists used to believe that the human brain changed up through adolescence, but was relatively stable before declining in old age. Now, however, there's strong evidence for what Greenfield calls, quote, the malleability of the adult brain, end of quote. With alterations in brain structure caused by the devices we have come to rely upon, and even some indications that we are losing important mental skills. But not everyone accepts these doomsday scenarios. A number of experts argue that such alarmist views are seriously overstated. In their view, new technologies make us smarter, happier, more productive. Clive Thompson, for example, focuses on the growing role of computers in chess playing to argue that technology is changing our minds and our lives for the better. Similarly, Kenneth Goldsmith writes that far from wasting time, much of what we do on the internet helps us to develop new skills, learn about the world, and interact with others. Responding to concerns that digital communication leads to a decline in face-to-face interaction, Jenna Wortham offers a positive assessment of the social media platform Snapchat, writing that it's an easy, fun, language-free technology for connecting with others and simply being oneself. Along with these same lines, college student Michaela Cullington discusses her own research study which found that, contrary to public belief, text messaging as a practical form of communication does not weaken students' academic writing skills. Encountering the view that political involvement online does not translate to genuine activism, Zeynep Tufki argues that used judiciously, social media can be a driving force for initiating and maintaining political and social movements. Still, some are concerned and think others should be too. Nicholas Carr believes that extensive use of the internet is hurting our capacity for deep thinking and contemplation. Previously a strong proponent of digital technologies, Sherry Turkle now argues that they're leading to a decline in intimacy and a move away from self-reflection. And Carol Caldwalder shows how Google and Facebook use algorithms that make it easy to spread fake news and discriminatory speech. The readings in this chapter give us much to think about, raising a number of complex problems and providing no easy solutions. And while some commentators may paint an optimistic picture of technology, and others contemplate more pessimistic scenarios, there's a little bit of optimism and pessimism in each reading, factors that make this conversation worth joining.